Hey guys, welcome back to my show, Just Friends with Abdullah. I'm officially back from vacation, so you don't see any kind of scenery or me walking in a square somewhere. I'm back in Dubai, back in my city, um, and I'm back to doing videos. So, of course, this kind of content, like some stuff that I thought on the fly that I wanted to share with you. Some things that I've been thinking about in general about life, stuff that I'm seeing on my content or the content that I'm seeing across, and today I had something to like really share with you that I've been thinking about throughout my vacation, but I just didn't have a time to make a video on. And it's something that I've been seeing a lot online recently, and I feel like it's just I don't know. I feel like it's something I just want to talk about and share. There's like I feel like there's a lot of like confusion and overwhelming content that people seem to be getting these days. Like everybody's bombarded by all kinds of content, all kinds of direction, uh, people dictating to others how to live their life, what they need to be doing, what is right from wrong, what is the way to conduct your life, what is the approach, what is the mechanic of what should be the right way, what versus the wrong way, what to avoid, what not to do, all of this stuff, and it goes both ways, right? You're gonna find people who are telling you don't start a business, and then you're gonna find others who are telling you start a business, and that's the way to get out of the rat race. And then you're gonna find people telling you the 9 to 5 is the worst thing ever in life, and you're gonna find other people that tell you the 9 to 5 is something safe and stable, and you can build a life and a family and all that. So, and of course, when it goes to relationships and romance, and people telling you that don't date this woman or don't ever get married, and some people are telling you marriage is the foundation of a family and kids and legacy and all that. So I'm just seeing stuff online these days, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, it's just so overwhelming, and people are just being pushed into certain, categorizations, and you're either on team A or you're either on team B, and you have to pick this life, and that's the way you live, and all of that. So I had to like jump in quickly and make a video about this because I couldn't wait to just hop into to the mic in the studio and record right when I'm back from vacation. So, but I wanted to share my thoughts on this perspective. And the one thing that I want to share is I have a rule, right? And this applies to me personally as a rule. You might have a different value system than me. My rule is whatever gives me peace at night, whatever allows me to sleep peacefully in my bed, knowing that I've done good and knowing that I haven't harmed anyone in any way. That is my moral judgment, or that is my measurement of what is the life I should be living. If I'm at peace, if I'm content, if I'm happy, if I'm not, if I feel good about my life, if I feel good about myself, that's good with me. I don't let other people dictate on what life should be about. I don't tell, if I'm somebody who I enjoy traveling, I travel, right? I enjoy traveling, I travel. That's kind of how it works. But if you're somebody who doesn't like seeing other cultures, doesn't like traveling, and has his peace with that at night, hey, I think that's a good thing. I think that's the right way to live your life. That's my opinion, right? My compass is whatever makes me sleep better at night and whatever aligns with my moral values and judgment. That's it. I don't worry about all this other noise, all about this other nonsense, seeing unattainable things, lifestyles. People are saying to me that the 9 to 5 is a slave. Other people are telling me that you have to start a business or you're never going to be free. Or others saying you start a business, you're going to fail tomorrow, you're going to lose so much money, you're going to be scammed, all that. All of this stuff. And the problem is that you realize that there is a viewpoint in everything that we do. There isn't, you can probably say in almost everything that we do, there is no right or wrong, there are just perspectives and viewpoints. What dictates the choices that you make is the choices that allow you to move forward and allow you to sleep well at night. And that's at least how I feel about it. And the problem is that you're going through so much noise and so much, people dictating and telling you that this should be the way and that should be the way, and that's not the case. Like I don't understand that. Like I don't understand why people are trying to I guess people are trying to sell courses, or they're trying to like build a brand image or an identity or a persona, and based on that persona they attract a certain crowd and audience, and that's how they make their money. And salute to them. Everybody has their they have their own kind of tools and mechanics on how they run a business and what they want to do, and what is the course and the way forward. And this is just not my thing or my style. And I'm at the end of the day, even though I'm someone who goes online and talks about all different topics, I'm also someone who consumes content online, and I see all the stuff that people go through and they talk about, and the content that they receive, and what's being shown. And I do think a lot of people are kind of suffering. Like, you go to social media right now and it's so poisonous, right? Like, it makes you feel like everything that you do is futile and pointless. Like, there's no point of you just of living. you know if you're traveling, you're wasting money. You should have invested in the business. If you're investing in a business and you're working your ass off 12 hours, not 12 hours, 18 hours, 17 hours, you're wasting time, and you're wasting your life, and you're wasting your youth, and whatever it is. you know if you're working in a company, you're a slave. If you start a business, oh, you're too much of a risk taker. We can't be with people like that. You might lose you might lose all the money, or you might just be someone who is not smart, financially smart or astute. So, like, there are so many things you can take away from what people say. Like, date this girl, don't date this girl. Don't text message this girl. It's so many, a variety of opinions of political, religion, life, dating, business, work, travel, drinking, partying, whatever it is. Like, there's so many opinions that swing both ways, right? And you wonder, and you think to yourself, like, who is right and who is wrong? Who decides what's right or wrong? And who decides what is the proper life a human being should live in a fulfilled way, and who shouldn't, right? Like, what is the standard judgment here? And the answer is nobody really knows, right? Obviously, we have universal values and things that bind us together as human beings and as societies. No killing, no murder, no, you don't rob people, you don't lie. Ideally, many people lie, so unfortunately you can't do anything about that. But ideally, there are universal values that you don't really kind of stay away from. But when it comes to, like, the stuff that you see online, because everybody's trying to sell something and everybody's trying to develop this persona and personality to attract a certain crowd, as I said earlier, you just don't know. And that's why it's like a video that I'm coming out with and I'm talking about is, you just need to chill a little bit and lay back and understand your mindset and your psyche and what fulfills you. Because nobody is more important in this life than your own self, because it starts with you and your healthy mind and your healthy space, and from there you can influence people in the right way, in whatever value system that you think is right. Obviously, it's for them to judge if that is a good thing for them or not. But it starts by understanding what matters to you, what fulfills you, what's important to you. Forget about all this nonsense that you see online, people traveling, going to Ibiza, going to Mykonos, going to Saint-Tropez, and like, this is someone coming from someone who's been in these places. Like, don't even look at these rich lifestyles that are mostly fake, mostly depressed people, mostly people who have no goals in life, right? No fulfillment. Let's put it that way. And don't forget, social media as well is a curated positive image of the good moments people go through, but it doesn't show the hardship. It doesn't show the struggle in anything, not necessarily just people who are having those lifestyles. In anything, right? Like, you're not gonna show businesses that failed all the time. People are not that transparent. They just want to show the success. So, for me personally, my value system is based on the success, what is important to me, what allows me to sleep at night sound, at peace, in my heart, in my mind, knowing that I did good for myself and I did good for my family and I did good for the world. And that is my measurement of success. That is what tells me I'm good. I'm happy. I don't need all this bullshit. I know that I'm good, right? Ambition is great to make more money. Ambition is good to help and provide for your family. But at the same time, why are we in this rush to just possess everything, to chase everything, to never be satisfied? Why? Who taught us that? Like, contentment is one of the most beautiful privileges we have in life. I watched this video recently of a guy. I think he's like a Buddhist teacher or something, and he was sharing this content where he was saying that you're just chasing, and you're trying to, like, be somebody that you're not. and society, the way has programmed us into chasing into characters and personalities that don't represent us, right? And what you're supposed to be is someone who is nothing. Not nothing that you have nothing, but nothing as in you don't have to be chasing things that don't belong to you, or you don't need, in a sense, that don't define who you are, don't represent you. Like the fakeness, the material things, like I have to make the next invention, I have to make the next $1 billion, I have to make 100 million, da, 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 da. I'm like, bro, when does it end? Like what like, slow down, man. Just understand that there's so many aspects to life. But more than that, like, I'm not here to dictate to you what you should feel about a situation or not, because you could be a very ambitious person and that to you is your prerogative by making money or becoming a billionaire or whatever it is. But my point in saying all of this is that this is something that is entirely on the individual, on the person who decides how he feels about a situation and what he values and what's his outlook on life. And not all the shit that we see online that is trying to ruin our mind and poison us and tell us things that we are not, in a sense. So find out what you believe in. Find out what makes you sleep good at night, Find out what fulfills you and work on that path. And don't be distracted by the other stuff that you see in the outside world. Don't let the outside noise affect you. Focus on who you are, what is your purpose, what is your mission within yourself. Whether that's building a farm in somewhere far, whether it's having a very simple life and not being married, for example, being single and accepting that and being good with that. Whether you're making maybe $500 to $1,000 per month and you're like, okay, I'm happy with that because I'm fulfilled. Or whether you're making $50 million, right? You decide what works for you. You decide what's happy for you. For me, it's waking up and sleeping at peace. Was it for you? Let me know.